Hi, this video has taken way too long for me to actually finish. Right now, I think I always been thinking about making a video for about, I don't know, 2 years, I think, ever since during COVID. And now I'm like 27 now. It's, it's been 2 years. It's been actually more than that, many years. I've always wanted to make a video, and I just thought, you know what, no more planning. I have gave up on planning. I'm always in my mind, I've always thought that, oh, I'm just going to make this one grade of a video. It didn't have to make money, but I always thought oh, I'm going to need, people want to watch a good video, so I probably need to care about the cameras, the audio, the lighting, and all the scripting, and about the topic, the channels themselves, and then because of all this planning, I realized I'm just not the type of person that actually could even commit to it. All that planning kind of went to the waste. You will see me day by day. I'll just tell people, oh, I'm like writing a script. I'm on the train station, taking my notebook out. I'm gonna write stuff. I probably want to talk about stuff I like. I like games. I like to talk about my experience in life. I'm in a whole new place, whole new country. I flew all the way to Ireland, started my new life here. Actually, I started my new life in the UK, and I started my new life in Ireland. And I always thought oh, I'm gonna make this video, a vlog about myself, but no videos. This is the first one. This is the very first video I actually decided to commit on. I woke up 9 p.m. No, sorry, 8:30 p.m. And then I look up, the sun is still up. That's you know what? That's it. That's the time. That's the right time. If I wanted lighting, I could have just used the sun. The sun is coming down. The sun is going down now. But this is definitely the video. I'm sure you can see me. I tested the audio. I bought this thing. I can't remember the brand. Holyland MK something. I bought this last year because I thought that audio was probably the most important thing. It probably still is, but I've just decided that no more planning. I have bought enough stuff. I've bought enough stuff. I don't need a whole new camera. I was gonna wait for an iPhone maybe. Actually, I had an iPhone. I kind of dropped it, but I had an iPhone, but it wasn't suitable, because it required like a lightning. So when I bought this Holyland, it came with a lightning port, but then I kind of screwed up when I was charging, and now the port no longer works. So this that particular part for the lightning C port, and it's now useless. So in the end, I have to use this phone. The phone and the video I'm filming right now, it's a 4-year-old Android phone, something from Honor. I can see it right now on the brand. It says Honor. It was just a phone that my dad left it to me many years ago. He used it for 2 years, and then he gave it to me 2 years ago. But since I already had a phone, so I never had to use this phone. So it was just inside a locker, inside some dusty old cabinet for another year. And then I decided that now I had two numbers, right? I have a UK number, I have an Ireland number. That's you know what? I bought it out. And then believe it or not, it was just today. I decided you have no idea how much any of these things was planned. I was outside. Inside my bags have pork belly slices. I purposely went out to buy this, and when I look at my camera, I was like, wait a minute, this phone has 4K HD. It's 4K and 60 FPS. I said, why am I not using this? Why am I waiting for that some legendary iPhone that I wasn't gonna buy anyways? Look, it's enough. I am not I'm just done planning. I'm making this video, like this will be my first video. It's probably more like a message to myself. I'm gonna rewatch this, and I'm gonna realize it's like I never needed any of this. I'm pretty sure the video and audio quality is going to be good, and in terms of background, you know what? I always thought this. I'm going to film in maybe show around the life in the Ireland, some good views. There's a lot of good places to actually film, but you know, I think like all that planning in the end is like I'm just doing it in some garden, not my backyard. Okay, at least this is not my backyard. It's some big garden that's available. There's no one here, and that's the best part. You know, I just cycle up. I just saw this garden. I stopped everything here. It's like last minute. Everything, nothing planned. There's no script. The only script I have is probably like when I started cycling out to this point. I'm like thinking in my mind. You know, the script that was in my mind was just that. Man, that's like what do I am so pissed off at myself. I keep thinking that I'm gonna talk about my family. I'm gonna talk about my friends. I'm gonna talk about let's say what's my channel about. I said no, none of it. No more. There's none of that. I will probably script better eventually in the next few videos. I will steer my way through. I will steer this channel my way through as I just keep filming. The step one is to film. The step one is definitely going to film. I'm not. It is very frustrating to just like listen to myself and keep thinking. When I look back, there's like, man, all that planning, all that thoughts, you know, there's like, I know many people can relate to me to this. There's like, you're always sitting down, you're maybe on the bed, or maybe you're showering, you're just thinking to myself, so man, oh, I want to do this great thing. I'm going to like make this great thing. I'm going to commit to it. I'm going to make a schedule for it. And then I'm going to buy this, I'm going to buy that, you know, all this planning is in my head. It goes so well. You know, there's like every time I think about it when I'm showering, there's like the ball is this great plan that I have. Then the balls are like clapping, you know, like I give my speech. I say, no, there's none of that nonsense. No more. There's videos proof that's like this kind of format where I just like stand in the middle of nowhere and just me talking to myself. There are people like who make videos like this, you know, just like I can't think of mine. I don't really remember them. Louis Rossmann, I think. The guy just films in front of his chair. You know, just like he just takes out his shades. He sits outside his backyard and he just films about his phone and whatnot, phone home repairs and right to repairs. You know, and it works. He filmed for like 10 years. I don't know. He filmed for many years, just like. And it works. People will listen to him. If people will listen. If people if people even care, they will listen. People will care. You know, people will listen when they care. And if I don't care about it, then no one should care about it. You know. This videos I'm gonna like stop probably like 10 minutes. I have a lot to talk about. The sun is kind of gone now. The weather is really good today, and yeah, I think most of my energy, like the video for today, is all my energy just went into this frustration that I have, that bottling up inside me. You know, I may or may not cut a few parts of the videos because I don't even know how I look like. This camera stand that I bought, this is I don't know, this camera stand is so old. I was using it for my final year project back up when doing my degree, and I kind of forgot one of the major part where I'm supposed to clamp my phone together. So I think my videos probably like slanted like this, or maybe this way, you know. Yeah, that's like it's not even the best. If I show this, for sure it's gonna look weird, but it doesn't matter, you know. It's like it really doesn't matter. Nothing matters, you know what. Hi. This is actually not the first video I've taken. This is actually the second video. Because I actually spoke. I didn't know that there's a limit to the video where it just cuts off at 10 minutes. You know what? I spoke a lot of things during during the first cut of the video, which is not even filmed because it got cut off. But now that I kind of like ran through my first rant and this is the second cut of the video, at least it's like I know that this video is going to at least be more structured compared to whatever I was doing before, you know. So yeah, this is the very this is today is the first time I'm going to be filming, and I just wanted to show that I just wanted to take the first step forward, where I just want to take the first step forward into this like vlog, into this like into vlogging. I've always like planned to make this video, like making videos, essays, and talking about sharing my experience to my family, to my friends, and maybe and to YouTube, to tell everyone. I always thought about doing this for a very long time, and I did a lot of planning. Right now, there's like, I think it's been almost like since COVID times, 5 years, maybe 2 to 5 years easily. I don't know when it actually registered in my head that I wanted to make a video, but I know that I always knew that I was going to make a video, because many of my friends know that like, I talk way too much anyways. I always like talking about my experience, that's like anything that I enjoy. That's like, I always I have a lot of like enthusiastic about it, and I would like to just tell them, it's like this wonderful anime that I watch. Oh, this game, this like is so great. I play Outer Wilds, this like I watch like Naruto or something, this like I always spend time, this like thinking about the content that I consume, and I always thought this like I was going to share it to my friends. I always can't wait to do that, but I kind of lost that connection a little bit, or at least I got myself in the position where I'm no longer as free to just tell people things, because first of all, I kind of need to schedule. As an adult now, it's like I need to schedule some time. I could pop into Discord, but then it's like my friends are not even in Discord. They're busy, and I also have a girlfriend that I need to take care of. So I can't just like disappear. So I've like bottled up so much things in my mind. Just like all the things I wanted to share. Sometimes I feel bad for my girlfriend where I'm just like dumping everything on her. That's like she's wonderful. She listens to everything, and she has been tolerating this this weeb idiot that just like knows too much. This nerdy guy. That's like I've done so many things, and that's like I always wanted to talk about it. But that's not what this video is about. This video is just me like just telling how frustrated I am at myself, that I wasn't committing to the plan. I wasted way too much time planning, actually. Keep thinking that I'm going to need everything. I'm going to need like a powerful camera, a good audio, and some lighting, and the content, the screen, just like I need a second monitor. And I thought I was going to be one of those like videos that just sit on the chair in front of the computer with the script there. I always thought I would be doing that, but at some point it's like it's too much. It's like when the planning is so much and then in the end you did nothing. It's like you might as well just not plan at all. Why did I plan so much? No one's going to watch this video. This very first video, which if I do upload, it's going to be hidden in the YouTube algorithm. It's just like no one's going to watch it. This is an unknown channel. I've even thought about the name, the profile picture, and whatnot. It doesn't matter. I'll figure it out on the spot, right? But what I'm saying is like this very first video is going to be totally unknown. It's going to be buried, and then if it's going to be buried, like why do I even bother what kind of videos I'm going to make? If this video goes, if I was going to make a video that's more well known, then I must well get that first. But no one's gonna know a damn thing about this channel. So it's like this video might as well be like the worst quality ever. It could have been, and it's fine. It's totally fine. And then if people do stumble across it, there's two things going to happen. They're just gonna see me and be like, what is this video? You know what? And if you do give a chance to watch it, you'll probably just put it at a second monitor, which is fine. It's totally fine. You know, that's like, I do that to many, to my most of the YouTubes I watch anyway. It's totally fine. There's no need to watch to really watch it. I should be watching myself just like, because I need to care about like how I communicate, how I stand, how like, you know, the communicate. What are my hands doing? You know, am I shaking around? Am I pacing myself correctly? There's many things for me to learn, and if I'm going to learn, I might as well learn it at the very beginning. And I do not need all those equipment, all those planning, all those scripting. I had a notebook that I was like writing down to say, you know, let's talk about this. This is what I talk about. You know, I make a guideline. It's like I chat GPT to see this like what I should be doing. You know, it doesn't matter. It's like I don't need those. I really don't need those. It's like I'm really good at yapping anyway. So it's like why do I even need the script? I probably need to script to make sure that I'm in line, I'm in structure, and you know, this video apparently, since I learned that it's within the 10-minute mark, crap, I've kind of forgot to. You know, it's fine. It's probably still recording, and if it didn't cut now, this is it. I'm done. You know, that's like, this is the celebration of my first video. Yeah, first video. I purposely bought this to reward myself. You know, just like, if I don't make this video, I'm not drinking this. This fella. The video can probably cut off here. You know, that's like, but I don't know when it actually stops. I should probably have a timer. But yeah, there's no planning here. Right now, that's like, this video probably is not even the best, and it's probably kind of slanted, you know. That's probably the best part. The next video is going to have huge improvement because the video is at least no longer like in this angle. It's going to be like straightened out, you know. You're gonna, hopefully, you know, next time you won't see too much of me. You'll probably see like the upper half of my body, you know, that's like not facing most of the woods, and you know, at least there's going to be proper lighting. The first cut of the video, there was sun. It wasn't facing here. It was kind of like facing here. The sun just went down. But that was my good lighting. Yeah, so it's like there's going to be a lot of improvement in the next video, at least compared to whatever this is. Now here is like this video is so sudden, where I just thought of, you know what, I'm going to film this. I'm just gonna head out and I'm going to buy my grocery first. There's still pork belly slices in my bag. You know, there's like my bike. I just dropped my bike. Went to this garden. I just drove past by this garden. I've never seen this before. And that's like, you know what, this is the best place. I'm just going to drove in, drop my bike, drop everything, take this cola bottle, just set it up, my camera stand, you know. And then just like learning everything on the spot, you know. How does this thing work? I never used it before. And, you know, just like, it's recording for sure. And that's it. Everything was just impromptu, you know. All the script that I had is probably like the moment I left home cycling all the way to buying the groceries. That was all the planning I had. And during the whole journey, all I could think about was like how frustrated I am. This like, man, it's like I'm finally making this video. It took so long, you know. That's like, and I'm not using a single script. All those planning I had in my head, you know, that's like, I'm just using some Android phone that I found like that's just hidden in my bag, you know. This phone is like so many years. It's a spare phone that my dad used to use, and he said that I'm not using it, I'm giving it to you, son. And then when I look at the phone, that's like, compared to my iPhone, that's like, I'm not using it either, but I guess I'll hold on to it. So this phone has like, you know, 4 years like not used, just stuck in the drawer. Now that's like, when I took it up, you know, I was just looking at the settings. It's like, oh my gosh, this thing has 4K. It has like 60 FPS. I'm not sure if I'm filming at 60 FPS, but I could have sworn I saw the option. I was like, damn, this phone is like, it has like more. It's probably better than this one. You know, this like, this thing has like a. I feel stupid. You know, this like. I'm gonna remember this time now. This like, it says like 10:04. Okay, this that means I have exactly 9 minutes to actually talk about this. This is the third part. You know, this like, I have like talked. I think I've stood here for like 40 minutes at this point, and all the videos that I made, all the talking kind of got cut off because I keep forgetting that this 10-minute rule, that my phone, that this is probably why we don't use phone to film, because there's a limit. And yeah, I'm gonna keep track of this, you know, this like I'm just gonna send it to my girlfriend and she'll figure it out. There's no saving into the there's no saving, you know, in terms of like the video editing and the pacing. It doesn't matter. Like I said, this first video is absolute, it's just rubbish. Okay, it's going to be garbage because I'm learning everything on the spot right now. Okay, that's like this goddamn 10-minute rule. The first video won't be 10 minutes. I don't think it'll be 10 minutes. I didn't realize there was actually a lot of things I want to talk about, even as the first video. And I'm glad. I'm actually very happy that there's actually a lot of things to say. But too bad, you know, I didn't film it. I didn't film it. You know, there's like, I talk so much. It just goes to the wind. It is what it is, man. It is what it is. You know, this is more my style, anyways. You know, that's like, who cares about planning, right? That's like, I was never, I was never good at it. Okay, there's like I always like thinking about this grand master plan, you know, and then there's like as I think in the shower, you know, as I thought about this wonderful speech or all those things, wonderful things that I'm gonna say, you know, there's like, and then the balls are all clapping, and then in the end, there's like, this is reality, okay? This is the reality. I actually do not know what that goddamn thing about making videos, and you know, this video is gonna be so scuffed, and it suits me because this is exactly how it should be. Why make such like why, you know, why should my first video be so grand when in the end it's just gonna be buried under the algorithm anyways? I have like repeated my lines. I don't even know. I've already lost track in my, let's say, what have I said, you know, where did I last stop? All I know is that when I stop the video, I turn around, I look at it, I was like, oh my gosh, this, I skip, right? I skip all the way to the 9:59 mark, and then I was like talking something, and then, you know, just like cuts off. The sun's down. This is probably the last 10 minutes that I'm filming myself. Else, you know, there's like, I can still see some light, so at least you can see something here, you know. This is the final cut. So I forgot what I've said. It doesn't matter. I'm just gonna repeat a few things, you know. That's like, I just wanted to say that there's no more planning, and you know, this is probably more my style, where I do not know what to film. I do not need to care about like the equipment. I don't need to spend any money. Luckily, I haven't really spent money. Oh, I have this audio. I bought this last year. Oh my gosh, I can't remember how much it cost anymore. I bought this because I thought that audio is probably the only thing I care here. You know, I know that this is going to be a second monitor anyways, so it's fine. I'm going to at least have somewhat good audio. And you know, that's like, I don't need this camera that I'm using. This is just like some really old Android camera. 4 years maybe, I think. My dad used it for 2 years. No, he didn't use it. No, he did. He bought it for 2 years, and then he said that he wasn't going to use it anymore, and then he passed on to me. And then because I already had an iPhone, you know, just like, well, I guess I'll take it, but I never used it, you know. I don't need two phones. So this phone has been like hidden in the drawer for like at least 4 years, easily. I don't know, you know. I don't know when was this phone bought, but it's on the phone. So yeah, that's like yeah, this is my starting, you know. That's like with just some phone that's been hidden in the drawer, a decent mic at least, luckily, thank God, and you know, sunlight that kind of just went down there, and this backyard that I just drove in, it's actually very nice, you know. This like, if I hope this is still within the video. I hope this is still within the cut, but if one thing I want to say, that's like, I think if there's people out there who can relate to this, where you just plan so much, you know, this great thing, or maybe you brag, you know, maybe you bragged about it, and maybe this like, you have been planning for so long, you know, when it's always stuck in your mind, and then but you didn't do anything, especially on the creative side of things, just do it. Seriously, there's no more. You shouldn't hold back into this this fantasy of yours that's always in your mind. Just head out, and just do the thing. Just start drawing, start recording, especially recording. I know usually people, because the fact that I can do this anytime, that's I don't have to, because I can do this anytime, that's and I can always remake the videos and make videos, right? So that means this maybe this may not be the first video. I thought about it, that's I can always just refilm it, I just call it the first day, but no, it shouldn't be, that's it's just this is the most natural it can get. And I want to say this, if people feel that way, it's time to get out of it. It's time to take the first step forward, like I did here. It feels good. It feels good that I can finally say myself is that I finally filmed the video. Did I upload it? I hope I did. I really hope I did. My girlfriend's going to say this, oh, this video sucks, go film it again. I said, no, this video stays. This video stays, okay? this video will stay. That's you're gonna love this angle. You're gonna love how because I filmed trick. I have to pick it up. Like I said, this phone is not even aligned straight because I kind of didn't bring that part that clamps the phone down. So this phone is like this angle, and then this angle, and then this angle. It doesn't matter. It seriously doesn't matter. That's I don't care. I'm not a perfectionist, anyways. That's I don't need it. I don't need it. I already kind of lost the magical touch where I first drank the cola. That's I'm done. I'm done filming. 10:04, right? 2 more minutes before this video gets cut off. There's not much relief for me to say. I'm just done being frustrated. I'm done planning, and I already gave my advice. Head out there, start filming. Nothing's perfect in life, anyways. It's and then meanwhile, wow, no one sees it because this video is buried underneath it. No one's going to see it. I might as well make all the mistakes here. If I do succeed, there's probably at least a budget. So many improvements are going to be made as when I eventually do get popular. Will I though? I don't know. I don't know. I hope I do though. I always I do think that I have a chance to make it. Not because I think it's just because that if I make videos long enough, that's when you make enough videos, surely you'll make it somewhere. That's if you're gonna have your first 10 subscribers, maybe 1,000, hundreds and thousands, and it starts building there. Yeah, and then at that point, I won't be drinking cola all the time. I'm just saying, when my girlfriend's watching this, I know I'm not gonna drink this every time. That's not the theme of the video. I'm gonna cut off here. This is probably the time where I can cut it off. It's fine. Everything here is yapping. It can get cut off anyways. But yeah, I'm not gonna drink this every time. This is just for the first video because I should at least reward myself with something, right? And I love cola. It's been a while since I bought this. I actually bought cola from a convenience store. So yeah, that's sun is down. The video. This is probably the best hour I spent here. Yeah, this is the best hour I spent here. And may I make the next video, Hope I actually make the next video, yeah? That's yeah.